Morning, namaste, welcome to practice. Thank you for joining. Please remember as always to practice according to your conditions and respect your limitations. Practice mindfully because what we are doing is to an extent affecting everybody always. So use that as a cue to practice in a way that will deliver the best experience possible, and avoiding going to a place of pain or suffering or anxiety. This is not what we want to transmit to others. So on that note, let's begin. Let's sit tall and straight, close the eyes, and bring the attention within. At the moment of creation, God became part of all living beings everywhere. Attune your mind to the supreme divine consciousness that is within and all around us. Fix your mind on God alone. Rest your thoughts in God alone. And in God you will live hereafter. Of this there is no doubt. May all beings everywhere be happy and free from suffering, and enjoy this practice through our senses. May we always have a strong desire for the knowledge that liberates us from pain and suffering. And may we cherish no ill feelings against each other, only ever peace, love, joy, and compassion. Om Shanti, 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 peace, peace, peace. To make this practice even better than meditation, even more powerful, more meaningful, renounce all the fruits. Think of this as your divine obligation to all beings everywhere. So let's start off with spiritual breathing to establish a deeper connection with the divine within. Bring the arms up, palms slightly turned up. From the fingertips, inhale the best down through the arms right into spiritual heart. 3, 4, pull in everything you need. 5, 6, 7, 8. Holding in the heart, hold the attention in the breath there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale out through the arms, just the breath leaves. Everything that pulled in stays within. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, inhale. Breathe in everything you need down through the arms, a direct path to God who resides there in the spiritual heart. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Holding it there in the center of the chest and the right side of the physical heart. 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale out through the arms again, just a breath leaves. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One last time, inhale down through the arms. Everything that you need, pull it right into the spiritual heart. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Holding it all in the spiritual heart. Hold the breath and the attention there. Exhale out through the arms. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring your arms down now. Purify our pranayama. Purify all the nadis. Countless numbers of them. About 350,000 of them at least. All throughout. So this is in this technique, imagine you bring all the purifying effects all the way up through the body to cleanse everything, right up to the crown. Exhale, expel all the impurities out. Remember that the main purifier is the adherence to ethical rules. Without the ethical rules, yama and yama, and the observances, there is no path to self-realization. There is no success in the meditation. So, for this technique, we're inhaling for a count of 4 through both nostrils. Hold the breath for 12, where we apply the throat in a root lock. Exhale for 8 counts out the left nostril. For the breath retention, the locks at the root lock. For the root lock, contract the buttocks, push the belly button in front of the spine. Imagine you lifting the pelvic floor up towards the navel. For the throat lock, Inhaling, nice and long, right up to the top of the chest. Then for the breath and tension, when it comes time, you bring the chin on the chest. With the chest high, you don't have to hunch the back. Your back can still relatively stay relatively straight as you bring your chin against it. The tip of the tongue, tooth, mouth behind the teeth will seal off the lock. The attention set the space to your eyebrows. Okay, so for the left hand, in Jnana Mudra, the mudra consciousness on the left knee, either turning up or palm down. And the other hand, second and third fingers fold down to the palm, turn the palm towards you, thumb for the right nostril, right ring finger for the left. Only use these two fingers to control the passage through the nostril. So sitting up tall and straight, breathe out, empty the lungs. Inhale through both nostrils. 2, 3, raise the chest. 4, hold the breath, chin against the chest. Jalandhara Bandha, Mula Bandha, throat in a root lock. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Exhale out through the left side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale again through both nostrils. 3, fill up the lungs, raise the chest. Hold the breath now. Everything stops. All the attention to space in the eyebrows. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Out through the left side again. 2, release the locks. Breathe out gradually. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, inhale. 3, 4. Hold the breath for 12. All the mental and the physical and the emotional activity as though they're frozen. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Exhale out through the left side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. Hold again. Apply the locks. Third eye attention. Exhale out through the left side. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One last time. Inhale. 3, 4. Hold the breath. Exhale out through the left side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Release the right hand down now. Take a moment to observe the state of the body, the mind, and the emotions. Have no expectation, have no attachment to the results. So now, Nadi stimulator pranayama, some of you might know this as Brahmari breath or honeybee breath. So you're making a sound that's about the pitch of a honeybee, a female honeybee, and the vibrations, imagine them strong enough to dislodge all the impurities from wherever they're residing in the body, out to the bloodstream, out of the body. For this technique, you're taking the attention at the space in the eyebrows, and you're plugging the ear to amplify the effect, the vibrations that you sense. Okay, so you pick a pitch where you can feel it right in the center of the forebrow. So if it's too low, you feel in the throat, too high, you feel it up top. So just right here. So it's about that pitch. Okay, so just play around it until you feel it in that area. So we just allow the sound to ride the breath. Let's do it about 3 times. So breathe in. Use the index fingers to plug the ears. Make the elbows are at the height of the elbows, at the shoulders. Bring the elbows down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale again. Prepare the next one. again, drop the elbows down. Inhale. Exhale, relax. One last time, inhale. Conclude. Take a moment to observe the state of the body, mind, and emotions. We try to stay in the mindset of a witness throughout the entire practice. And ultimately, we want to stay in this mindset always, even beyond the mat. For to become the witness, we lose the identification. We eventually lose the identification of the body, mind, and emotions, none of which are representative of the true self. So now, momentarily, we'll begin the asana practice. To make it even more meaningful, dedicate the fruits of the practice to all beings everywhere, so all beings benefit from this practice. And remember that it's through the forms that God's grace and beauty and magnificence manifest in this universe. So celebrate all the beautiful ways that God is present in this universe. Let's come to standing. So we'll start off with some warm-up exercise to prepare the body to heat up the joints. And then from there, we will move on to the other postures. So first we're going to start by encouraging the removal of impurities from the organs first. Okay, so for this one, you're imagining that you're shaking all the impurities out of the organs. Okay, so take a deep breath in, exhale, bend down. Hands on the knees, relax the belly muscles, but keep holding breath out. Start to pump the belly button in and out very fast. Try at least 50 times as you hold the breath in. Now push belly button into front of the spine, hollow the area underneath the rib basket. Keep holding breath out. Imagine trying to push the heart between your shoulder blades and the belly button through the lower back. Then release, come back up. Breathe in. Breathe out, relax. One more time, inhale. Exhale again. Come down. Until and completely relax the belly muscles. Keep holding breath out. Again, pump the belly button in and out. Pull again up, the belly button into front of the spine, hollow out the area underneath the rib basket, as though everything was sucked out by a bath vacuum. And release, coming back up. Breathe in, breathe out. So now let's come to the mat now, hands to the hips, and let's start moving the joints in every which way. The head first, roll the head around and around, chin coming to the chest, the ears to the shoulders, the back of the head to the top of the back. Go in the opposite direction now. Feel as though the head is very heavy. Can't even stay on it, tip of the neck, it just rolls all the way around it. Now inhale, arms up, exhale down, continue up, down. Inhale straight up with the arms, exhale, pull the arms down. Now in front of the body, inhale, reach out. Exhale, snap the hands back to the front of the shoulders. Now swing the arms back and forth. Try to get the arms behind the ears. Now you can keep doing this, or at some point you can start to circle the arms. Make sure you're going in opposite directions. And back, swinging the arms the other way again. And now go the opposite sense of what you were doing before. What arm was going down first, now goes backwards, upwards, and vice versa. Go now from here. Inhale, raise your arms up over the head. Exhale, feel the body down. Allow the belly to come right on the thighs. One more. Just allow the body to stay hanging for a moment to allow the body to just stop bouncing and shaking. And roll your way up. Next one. Arms across the chest, inhale. Exhale, throw them back. Alternate the cross, so left arm goes on top, the next time the right arm goes on top. Good. Next one. This one has a squat, so if you can't go all the way down, just go as far as you can. Use your knees allow. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, down. Now, come back up. Take hold of the opposite elbows above the height of the shoulders. Open up the feet a little bit more. The edge of the feet in line to your edge of your mat, and throw the body from side to side. You can do Kapalabhati as you're doing it. So exhale as you complete the twist on each side. Look all the way around you. And back. Next one. Again, there's a squat, and this one has 4 movements. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, down. Inhale, jump up. Exhale, down. If you can't jump, just lift your heels. Be enthusiastic. Be in a mindset of a child. You always stay joyful and adventurous. You have to cultivate enthusiasm. One more. Next one, arms in front of the body at the height of the shoulders. Inhale, circle around to the front. Exhale, pull in and punch right back out. Feel like the arms are spring-loaded. Next one, the same movement, but the arms start by the sides of the body, so you're going a full circle and a quarter. Inhale, circle to the front. Exhale, pull in and drop the arms back down. Now, if any of these exercises don't suit you, then you can always modify the exercises according to your condition and your abilities. And if you have any injuries, of course, you can avoid any movements that are not so good for the injury as well. Left arm up, inhale. Exhale, bend to the right. Right arm up, inhale. Exhale, bend to the left. As Dharma says, use your intelligence, use your discrimination. Any knowledge we've been given is meant to be reflected on. Next one. Same movement, but the breathing's a little bit different. Left arm up. Inhale. Hold the breath. Bend to the right. Come back up on the exhale. And go to the other side. Reach up the right arm. Bend to the left. Sink into the stretch. And then come back. Can spin on the foot so the toes are pointing the same direction as the leg. Left leg in this case. And then back. And of course you spin the other foot so the toes are on the same line as the right leg. And back. All the movements graceful. Imagine grass blowing in the wind. Move in a way that doesn't agitate the mind, brings into a state of restlessness or disturbance. Imagine all beings are experiencing this through you. So again, practice in a way that'll bring about, that'll make you feel good. Reach, imagine your weights attached to all the fingers. And try to stretch the whole upper side of the body without creating too many wrinkles in the waist and the underside of the body. Extend. It takes time to develop a practice. And if you're not used to moving in the morning, be patient. With constant practice, anger, determination, and adherence to ethical rules, which cultivates enthusiasm, all is coming. Stretch. Reach. One more on each side. Extend on the inhale, keep reaching as you hold the breath. Exhale, gracefully come back up and go right to the other side, bend. And then come back. Let's charge the body for a moment. Arms by sides of the body. Inhale, the breath pass right up through the body, all the way up to the crown. Exhale, send it everywhere throughout the body. Feel recharged, feel rejuvenated. Send out that energy to all beings as well. Good, now let's come onto the hands and knees. Into table position, cat-cow. So do these with, again, vigor. Inhale, arch the back. Exhale, round the back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, stretch the belly skin. And then the back skin. Inhale. Shoulder blades sinking in towards one another. Exhale, they pull apart. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, stretch up. Open up the hearts. Exhale, push it right up between the shoulder blades. Inhale, sink the belly button down towards the ground. Feeling the belly stretching. Exhale. Now try to push the belly button right through the lower back. Inhale. Exhale. Try not to jam up the back of the neck. Inhale. And when the chin comes into the chest on the exhale, still allow the air to pass. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And one more. Inhale. And exhale. And then come back to neutral. This one's for the hips. Raise your right leg up and swing it out to the right and throw it back up there. You can bend your knee if you need to. You can go slower also if you need to. Go again according to your abilities. And then the other leg. Left leg up, inhale, and then swing it out to your left. Be more flexible. Try to keep your foot from dropping below the line of the hip. Try to get your foot right over the head. And then release. Next one is for the back. Working the upper back muscles. So use a cushion to place so that the hips don't get aggravated by pressing to the ground. So you start with your hands, if you can, together. Join the hands, squeeze the palms together as you come up. If you can't, if it's too much for your shoulders, you can keep your hands apart. Anchor down to the tops of the hips and the tops of the feet and the thighs. Inhale, come up. Exhale, down. Up, down, up, down. Engage the buttocks and the upper back. Up, down, 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 up, down. One more. Up. This time hold. And down. Relax. Drop your arms by the sides of the body. Breathe in. Breathe out. So next one, the arms out in front. There's a few options here. You can raise both arms and legs at the same time and then back down. Or you can raise the left arm and the right leg and alternate. So between raising the opposite arm to the opposite leg. If you're stronger, roll both legs up, and as the hips and the chest come down, this will propel the whole body up. So you're rocking back and forth like a rocking chair. Okay, so arms in front. The other one, the last option looks like this. Continue with your option. And break the pose. Rest, stack your hands on top of another, rest your forehead on your hands. Breathe in, breathe out. So now come back into child's pose. For that last one, if you're doing a rocking, you don't want to use your hands too much as it'll stop the momentum. So you're just using the hands to touch down lightly. So for this one, 4 movements. Inhale, come up into high cat. Exhale, drop your hips down between your hands, chest forward, the head goes back. Back into high cat on the inhale. Exhale, send the seat back behind the heels. Child's pose. Inhale, coming up, rounding. Exhale, flexing the spine, arching. Back into rounding. Exhale, flattening and lengthening. Inhale, up. Exhale, forward, shoulders back. Back up, inhale. Stretch the back of the neck. Exhale, all the way back. Inhale, coming up. All the movements fluid, forward. And then back up. And back. Inhale, imagine you're a powerful wave emerging from the ocean, reaching its full height. then sorry, the crest, and disappear back into the water. Inhale. Exhale. Use your imagination to try to merge as a form, become one with the form, and back. Take on all the qualities of body, all the virtues, and forward. And an inhale, and then you will cultivate a deep reverence and love for all beings. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. When you see God in all forms, it becomes unimaginable to want to do any harm or take away any of their happiness. And forward. Inhale, come up. Exhale, back. Inhale. Exhale, drop the shoulders. Telescope the neck out of the shoulders so the head can move back a little bit more. Inhale. And back. Up. And forward. Chest forward, shoulders back. Inhale. Reverse it all. And back. Inhale. See yourself the way you want the body to move. See yourself in a practice you're trying to attain. Eventually we'll all arrive, we'll all have we'll all get to experience everything. And one more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Rest here for a moment. Breathe in. And breathe out. Next one, we're moving into Cobra pose. So there's a few entries. You can continue to do sort of the same type of action you used before. Come into baby plank, drop your hips, chest forward, the head goes back. This is all done in inhale. We hold the breath on the Cobra. Exhale back. If you can glide between your arms, so slide forward on the belly. Brush your nose ground, come up, hold the breath, hold the pose. And then back, exhale. So whatever entry you'd like to go ahead. Hold the breath, hold the pose, everything stops. All the attention at the space in the eyebrows. See yourself in the form. And back. See yourself as a beautiful, magnificent, wise, and fierce cobra. Hold the breath, hold the pose. Try to imagine where that being is at ease, in its element. You too will arrive there. 4. The mind goes quiet on the breath retention. And back. Come forward. Pull the shoulders down, telescope your neck out of the shoulders. Imagine how the boundless range of motion like the serpent. And back. Come forward on inhale. Hips to hands, chest forward, head back. And back, exhale. Inhale. Pull the elbows towards you, turn the fingers out. All these little tricks to help to propel the body forward with more power and ease. And back, exhale. So working now different other joints now. King Cobra. Hips come right again behind the hands. Lift up on the palms. Bend the knees. Try to get your toes to the head. And back. Doesn't matter if your toes don't reach there. Just working again the knee joint at the same time. See yourself in the form again. Open up the feet to the knees a little bit. You have to really press into your fingertips. Keep your hips on the ground. But try to lift everything from the tops of the legs up off the ground. And back, exhale. Come forward. Hips have to come right behind your wrists. Get hands close as possible to your hips. And back. And pressing into your fingertips. 10 points of pressure. Gives you a little bit more height as well. Back. Soon you don't even have to lift your palms. Come forward with power, grace. back, exhale. And one more time, inhale, the best one yet. Now you cobra, the wings on either side of the head, represented by the shoulders, the chest wide open. And back, exhale. Rest again in child's pose, breathe in, breathe out. Learn to let go of the effort immediately. Learn to just drop all fatigue out of the body instantly. So now we're going to come onto the belly and flip onto the back. So the arms up over the head. Reach out on the inhale. Exhale, come into tuck. Squeeze the knees in towards the shoulders. Peel the shoulders up off the knees, up off the floor of the knees. Inhale. Exhale, tuck. Squeeze tight. Form a little ball with your body. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, pull in. Inhale, extend. Powerful movements here as well. Exhale, pull in tight. Chin between your knees. Inhale. Exhale. All the muscles come together in the center. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, stretch. This time, hold the breath as you come into tuck and keep holding. Use the elbows to squeeze against the knees, outside the knees. Bring one hand in front of the other if you need to, so you can get your forehead to your hands. And release. Even if you can't touch, not important. Inhale, stretch, go up and in. The important thing is the effort and the concentration goes to the space in the eyebrows, regardless of whether you're touching or not. Release, exhale. Inhale, pull in, everything stops again. All you touch of the space between the eyebrows, the seat of divine perception. Release, exhale. Inhale, hold the breath and tuck. Instead of when you have 100% of your concentration and attention at the seat of divine perception, it may trigger divine bliss eventually. Release, exhale. Inhale, hold the breath and tuck. You have to constantly be in terms of the ethical rules in order for all the energy to rise up there to the crown, to that space between the eyebrows. Reach out. Hold the breath and tuck. Release, exhale. Inhale, extend. And pull in. Hold the breath. And release. The mind, the temperament stays the same. Reach out even though the body is under stress a little bit. Be unconcerned and bothered. It's the body that is experiencing this, not the true self. Release, exhale. And one more. Inhale. And tuck. Break the pose. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, imagine you faint to let go of all fatigue. Good. Reach out, inhale. If you like, throw your legs back behind your head for plow, and then bring the legs back down in front. So your heels touch down, come up to seated, shape your body over the legs. If that's too much to do this way, you can just keep your knees bent and just rock on your back and forth. So you also don't have to wait for the heels to come down. If you need momentum to sit up, just do this a few times. If you want, if you're stronger, keep your legs and arms straight. Use your core to sit up, so you don't have to lift your heels up off the ground. Move all the way back, toes all the way behind the head if you can. Always according to your ability. And then the next one, that's when you roll back. As you come down, prepare to stand. So as your feet are coming down, bend your knees, plant your feet, and come up in a fluid movement. Good. We'll continue now with Surya Namaskara. Come to the front of the mat. Just give me 1 second. Okay, so now come to the front of the mat. Surya Namaskara. Continue to offer up the postures. Imagine all together physically moving like a school of fish. Stay in the collective consciousness of offering. Reach up and back. Come down. Bend your knees if you need to. Bring hands flat on the ground, chest on the thighs. Right foot back, lower down the knee, drop down to the seats. Come into the high plank, Ashtanga Namaskara. Knees, chest, forehead down. Glide between your arms. If you can, push into the ground, lift your hips up off the ground. No legs on the ground. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Drop your head down below the arms. And then the right foot comes forward to the hands. If that's difficult, you can lower the left knee down. Use the right hand to push the foot forward if it doesn't make it all the way there. Feet together, chest on the thighs, head down. Come right up to standing, reach up and back home. Doing it on the left side now. Reach up. Move the body. Move the joints every day to keep the body in a state of radiant health. Into the high plank. Down we go. Right through into upward facing dog. Shoulders back, neck telescope beyond the shoulders. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Left foot comes forward. Feet together, chest on the thighs, Uttanasana. Come right up, arch back, engage buttocks and upper back. Hands back to the heart. Go up and back. As Dharmaji says, keep up or you won't miss it all. Right foot back. Into the plank. Down we go. Push into your hands. Send your hips and knees away from the ground. Upward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Right foot forward. Feet together, Uttanasana. Come right up to standing. Back home. This is why we do all those warm-up before, so we can move the body more easily in the sun salutations. Fold the body down. Left foot back. Into the plank. Down we go. Right through into upward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Left foot forward. It's a beautiful way to keep the body in shape. Uttanasana. Come right up to standing. Hands back to the heart. Keep going. Reach up. Fold the body down. Uttanasana. Right foot back. Into the plank. Down we go. You can always stay in cobra if you can't lift your hips and knees away from the ground. Sometimes, if you have short arms, it might not be possible to get your hips up off the ground very much. Right foot forward, feet together. Come right up. Hands to the heart. Just do your best. That's more important, not the results. You have again the experience, the ability, the chance to experience everything through all the different lifetimes that we lead. High plank, down we go. Right through to facing dog. Downward facing dog. Each time we're reborn, we come back better and better, like a phone that gets upgraded. Come right to standing. That's the heart. Go up and back. This time, bend your knees, body on your thighs, push your body into your legs and your hands over your shoulders and forehead to your shins. Right foot back, down. Kapyasana, reach up and back, stretch back. Come back into high plank. Now if you like, you can bring your feet all the way back so you can come through without touching your legs and hips to the ground. If it's too much for your joints, your shoulders, then just do the other one. Ashtanga Namaskara, downward facing dog. Right leg up. Step the foot between the hands. Back knee down, Kapyasana again. Reach up and back. Come forward, belly on your thighs, hold the breath. So the feet can come together without big heavy thumps on the ground. Come up and back. And back home. Keep going. Bend your knees, belly on your thighs. Plunge the head towards the ground. A gesture is humbleness. Left foot down, and back. Reach up and back. Lean away from the front leg. And come back into a high plank. Entry of your choice. Ashtanga Namaskara or Chaturanga if you know it, or right in this one again. Downward facing dog. Sink the heart. Left leg up. Step the foot between the hands. Reach up and back. With constant practice, you learn all sorts of tricks to move the body more efficiently. Come up and back. And return. Keep going. Stretch the body. Fold the body down in half. Adjust your lowliness. Right foot back. Each posture has a particular consciousness. Tap into it. Through into upward facing dog. Adho Mukha Savasana. Right leg up. The foot between the hands. Back knee down. Sink your seat all the way forward to the front. Heel yourself to balance. Come forward again. So your hands behind your back. Uttanasana. Face to the shins. Try to get your legs straight. Seats eventually line to heels. Reach up and back. Come back home. But try not to detach your body from the thighs. The belly from the thighs. So if you need to, keep your knees bent a little bit. Plunge your head towards the earth. Left foot goes back. Reach up and back. And come right back down. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Move through the forms like a shapeshifter. Left leg up. Step the foot between the hands. Effortlessly, fluidly, like and silently, just like you see yourself moving in your dreams. Feet together, Uttanasana. Come right to standing, reach up and back. Up to Pranayama. Infuse all movements with love and devotion. The trick to transformation is to offer up the practice. Right foot back. Go beyond just your own the satisfaction of your own desires and needs. Do it for all beings. High plank, and then through to upward facing dog. Any which way you like. Adho Mukha Savasana. The right leg up, step the foot between the hands. Back knee down, reach up and back. And come forward. Bowed. Down the zone elbowness. Come right up. Surrender yourself for divine service. Hands to the heart. One last time. Reach up, stretch. Hinge at the hips. Pull the body down onto your thighs. Left foot goes back. Into Kapiyasana. Reach up and back. Lean away from the front leg. Come right back into high plank. Upward facing dog or cobra. Adho Mukha Savasana. Left leg up. Ekapada Adho Mukha Savasana. Step the foot between the hands. Radiate your light from within like the moon reflects the light of the sun. So your hands behind the back, feet together, Uttanasana. Come right up to standing, reach up and back. And then come back home. Charge the body. Hands by sides of the body, standing Tadasana. Steady and quiet like a mountain, unshakable, immovable in your devotion to the practice. Inhale from the base of the spine, like the base of the mountain, up to the crown, which is like the summit. Exhale back down to the base of the spine of the mountain. Be solid and unshakable through and through in your desire to serve others through the practice. So let's continue with some other poses now. Let's incorporate them right in a flow with its other standing poses. So standing in the middle of the mat, facing out the long edge of the mat. Bring your fingertips together and line with your elbows at the height of the shoulders. Step or jump your feet apart. Go to your left. Bend into your left knee. Come forward. Try to have your knee at least in the same line, the back knee line to heel, like a right angle, or if you're more flexible, go a little bit forward with your knee over the toes. Good. From here, side angle. Depending on where your hip is, you can either bring your forearm on your thigh, the right arm over the head. If your hip is low enough, hand on the ground. Stretch. Turn the face up. Laying straight from the back foot all the way to the head, so no jutting up the hip. Okay, it's not triangle pose. Now from here, bring your hand down on the hip, right hand. Left hand reaches forward and raise your right leg up. Ardha Chandrasana. Bring the right arm up. Try to get your toes up. Point the toes, fingers together. Look up at the hand above you. Now from here, turn your body so that you're facing the ground, your head about the height of the knee, your foot comes up higher if you can. Palms down, make like a gliding eagle, gliding down from a great height. Arch the back a little bit, curve the spine. Now bring the right foot down, slide it all the way back into Kapyasana. Reach up and back, push the lower back up and in, rock your shoulders back and forth. Try to get your index fingers eventually in line with your toes. Arch your back. Now we're going to come back up. Press into the front knee. Come more upright. Your legs should look like a box here, bending toes under the back foot. Your head, shoulders, hip, and knee in the same line. So from here, the right arm up, angle the toe and knee towards the right, go down to your left with the arm. So, angle the toe and knee towards right, same angle. Push the leg out of the way with your left hand. See if you get your armpit on the outside of the left knee. Push your left hand into the right, center of the chest comes behind your thumbs. You have to keep pushing down with your hands at the same time. The belly comes higher than the sides, center of the chest comes to your thumbs. Roll the left shoulder all the way back, turn the face, chest up. Good. From here, if you can, lift the back knee up off the ground. If you have, you can take a bind. You can do it with your knee down or your knee up. With your knee up, sometimes it's easier because you have more space underneath your leg, but at the same time you have to keep your balance. So try both ways. Experiment. Now from here, see if you can bring your right foot in to meet the left. So hold your breath, bring weight forward into the left foot. Step your knee together, feet together. Those you can come up. Bring your left leg up. If you have a bind, you can keep it. You can extend your leg. Look over your shoulder. If you don't have a bind, you can take hold of your right hand outside left knee. You can keep your knee like so. Look over your back shoulder, or take your hand to your foot. Push the foot away, out in front. Left arm can go back. Good. Now from here, release. Take hold of the inside of the foot if you can. Take the knee out to the side. So you might be able to have to stay here. Or you can see if you can extend your leg out to the side, ballet pose. Toes and fingers in the same line. Either at the height of the shoulders, maybe even higher if you're more flexible. Push to the base of the toes. Wherever you are is perfect. If you fall out of the pose, just come right back up. Remain unjudging, undisturbed. Now from here, bring the foot back down, step the foot back down. Slide your right foot back, all the way back. Rock back and forth. Move the left foot out to the edge of the mat. And then from here, you just push your right foot back more. Lower the knee down, so if you can, if your hips are low enough, fall onto your right forearm. And then roll back to your left so both sides of your hips are equally close to the ground. Make sure your knee stays close to the shoulder. If it starts to fall away from you, or your foot starts to slide away, adjust. Try to have both sides of your hips equally close to the ground. If you're not, your hips don't come down too much, just stay on your hands, but keep sinking your hips down. Imagine that they're made of lead, or there's rocks sitting on top of your seat. Use your imagination to achieve the effect. Feel heavy in the hips, as though the hips will be anchored the body, the rest of the body will eventually follow. If you're flexible, bring your chest right down. Now we're going to come back onto the hands. And then lift the back knee up, come back to the face along the edge of the mat, and come all the way back up. Go to the other side now. Turn the right foot forward. Virabhadrasana. Strong and steady, enter into the warrior consciousness. Look over the front hand. Be determined, always steadfast in your duty to protect. Side angle. Again, take your variation, your modification, form on the thigh, or on the ground maybe. Pull the left shoulder back. If it's too much, you can even bring your knee on the ground. Come into Sukha Trikonasana. So always can find something to suit your needs and your abilities. Good. Now from here, bring the left hand down to your hip, slide your right hand all the way forward, drag your left foot in as much as you need to, so you can pick up your left leg. Your hand not too close to the foot, your right hand should be 14 or 16 inches away. And come up, so you have to move back so you're not coming out of the line of vision. Look up with the hand above you, try to open up fully. If you need a block, you can use a block underneath your hand. Now turn to face the ground. The belly comes roughly over the right knee. You can bend your right knee, rest your belly on your thigh if you like. Make like a gliding eagle. Arch your back. Point the toes. Good. Now from here, bring the left foot back down. Slide your foot back. Right into Kapiyasana. Reach up and back. Push the lower back up and in. Rock your shoulders back and forth. Lift the chest. Lift the gaze. Lose yourself in the pose. And then come back upright. Push in the front knee and come back up. Bring the right foot in a little bit, bend the toes under the back foot. Again, your legs should look like a box. From here, Parivita Pashkanasana. Left arm up, go to the right. Come down quite far. Eventually you want to get your arm on the outside the knee. Right hand pushes into your left. And see if you can get your belly higher than the thigh. So the chest comes behind your thumbs, roll the shoulder, right shoulder back. If your hands are by the shoulders, this is good, and your hands are, your elbows not in line with another, with your wrists are not in line with your elbows, you want to push your wrists back so they're in line with your elbows, and keep moving. Pushing against the outside of the knee. If you want, take a bind, push your seat back. If you bend the wrist, fingers in towards your wrist, and turn all the way to the right as much as you can. Then the arm will slide underneath your leg, a little, left, right leg a little bit easier. If you want, take your knee up off the ground. Turn your face and chest all the way up. Now from here, if you can, look forward, bring weight into right foot, step your left foot in to meet the right, until you can take your right leg up. With the bind. Extending the leg if you like. And then turn your shoulder, right shoulder back, look on your right shoulder. If you're not doing the bind, your hand on the outside of the right knee, you can maybe slip your hand down to the foot and push out to the base of the big toe. Right arm goes back. Pull the foot in. From here, change hands. Take the heel from the inside of the right hand, leg out to the side. And if you like, go up higher if you have the flexibility for ballet pose. Wherever you are is perfect if you're trying your best, remember. Now break the pose. Slide the foot all the way back into a lunge and move your left foot out to the edge of the mat. Come down again. Into your visitor. I'm not sure if I did this side before. I think I might do. So your left foot goes back. And then go back and forth. Push out with your toes. And then lower eventually the knee down. Flatten out the toes. Fall onto your left side. Left arm and roll back to the right. And keep telescoping your head and chest forward. Make like a lizard. Just sunning itself on a warmer. Try to place yourself in where the body is at ease and put yourself in that same mindset. You too will find the ease. Merge with the form. Now coming back onto the hands. Step your right foot back to meet the left. Side plank. So from here, Move your left hand more to the right. Spin on your feet. Come into your side plank. Make sure your hips and your shoulder are not sagging. Your shoulders you're not jumping into your shoulder. If this is happening, lower your knee down. Unline with your hip and do it from here. Come back to high plank. Go on the other hand. Or you can move from table into your modified version. Your hands a little bit from the shoulders to make sure the arm stays fully extended. Come back to plank. Let's try one more time, but this time if you have a variation, you go ahead. So move back into your side plank. And in case you can raise your right leg up. Maybe put your foot on your thigh, or maybe just slide your foot back alongside the inside of the left knee. Push your hip all the way up. You have to move your left foot in a little bit to make sure the inside edge foot can ground, and make sure you turn your toes a little bit as well. Facing the breast, in line to your breast, your leg. So you can take your right foot up off the ground. If it comes up easily, take your knee. More flexible, take hold of the foot. Again, according to your abilities. Break the pose. Gracefully come back to high plank. Of course, you can do just the fundamental pose. You can stay here the whole time. But, advanced practitioners, if you want, go ahead. Try something new. Slide the toes back. If you don't ever try anything in 20 years, you will not have made any progress. You lose your enthusiasm. So bit by bit, each time you do the pose, it comes with more ease. You have to lock the right leg in place. Push your hip all the way up. Break the pose. Come back. Do the downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Melt the heart. Sink the chest towards the ground. Be flexible. Bring the forehead on the ground. Now from here, we're going to get ready to come into headstand or some other inversion. So if you want to bring your elbows down, you can bring your hands together. If it's too much to do your headstand, you can just do dolphin. You can either rock back and forth, or you can stay in one position just with your seat high and lift your heels and just try to get your head behind your arms. Just work your hips, try to move your feet closer and closer to your elbows. Eventually you'll be in the right line to get your hips. Your legs will want to flow up by themselves. If you want to do headstand, take hold of the opposite elbows, bring your knees down if you like. Your knees are underneath your shoulders. Your elbows are underneath your shoulders. Make sure you can take hold of your arms easily outside your arms. Don't move your elbows and move your hands forward. Interlace your fingers. Place your head in front of your hands. And when your seat comes up, your head will walk your feet towards your hands. Your head will roll right into place. Your hands are forming like a cushion for the head. So you can raise one leg up behind you. Push the heel that's in front of you up off the ground. If you keep pushing through the foot behind you, eventually you'll be able to come up. Eventually you want to have your feet on the same line as your hips. But you can always start with just one foot on the ground. Just try to get your knee up as high as you can. Other options, take your hands wide in front, not beside your head. Away from you, your fingers facing away. This gives you a more open position for your leg to go up and back a little bit more easily. Your back won't hunch as much. You'll have a more open position. And eventually, pressing to the fingertips, maybe you can get your foot up off the ground. Bend your toes back, keep your legs close to your body so you can stay compact, and it's easier to balance when your body's compact. Modify as you need to. If it's too much to have your feet up off the ground, forehead can come in front of your knees and just roll your seat up. Try to get your seat in line with your knees. If it's too much pressure on the back of the head, just move your head forward. Just come into position where your heart is higher than the head. Easiest way to balance is with your legs split and your
fingertips really pressing to the ground. This is the easiest position if you can, if it's not too much pressure for your head. Try to come into teddy bear. Your feet behind your wrists, your arms at right angles, hands and head form a triangle. Pull your toes away from the ground, just like so. 1 foot at a time even. Palms back down. Child's pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Arms in front. Slide forward into your cobra. Asanas. Jump your feet to your hands. Come to the front of the mat. Tuck your tailbone, shoulders over the seat. Lift your heels up. You might need to open up your legs a little bit so the feet are hip width apart. Press really firmly into the toes. As you come down lower, lift your heels a little bit more. Shoulders, try not to move forward too much, like you're sliding down a wall with your back on the wall. Now here, lower your seat down very gently behind your heels. One fluid movement. Start to roll back, your legs come up, and your left feet go over your head, hands come to your back, into plow pose. If you need to modify, your seat is a little bit behind your shoulders, your knees can stay on your shoulders. Let's stay there the whole time. If you want, move into plow, your seat over your shoulders. We go from one side to the other, try to get your hands together behind your back, join them together, join the wrists together, so that your arms go all the way behind your body. Now you can stay here or bring your hands onto your back. One leg at a time, come up in the shoulder stand. Reach up to the toes, try to get as high as possible. Bring your hands a little bit closer to your upper back, closer to your neck. You will come up higher. If your elbows again are all the way behind your body, you'll have a straighter line from your toes to your chin. Ensure you can breathe. All the attention to space to your eyebrows. Now bring your feet behind your head. Slowly landing them on the ground. No big heavy sides. You can come into tuck first. Control the movements. Back into plow pose or Karnapidasana with your thighs against your body and knees on the side of the head. That's always an option. Hands behind your back, palms down. Slide your body down. At some point, the seat will land on the wrists. Keep lowering your legs down, and just when you're about to touch the ground, push into your lower arms to lift your back up off the ground and bring your feet down all the way. Move the elbows a little bit closer behind behind the heart. Lift the chest up as high as you can. The top leg comes down. If you're strong, you can take your legs up 12 inches off the mat. I think I'm really behind there for the mat so I can move back. So if you like, raise your legs about 12 inches off the mat and breathe very fast. Make the belly jump. Lower the legs down and relax on your back for a moment. Breathe in. Breathe out. And now, press into your hands, roll back again into plow, or if you can't make it all the way to plow, go as far as you can. You take hold of the backs of the knees, or the feet, or the big toes, come into boat pose. Try not to touch your feet in between, just for a little challenge. So, come up to seated. If you can do it without bending your legs and letting go with your feet, perfect. If you can't, still perfect. So now keep your belly close to your thighs. You can either separate your feet if you like, pull your feet out. If you can, you can straighten your legs even. More flexible, bring the feet together, and then cross your arms, wrists behind your lower legs. Try to bring your legs all the way up to your face. And back down. If you're doing this one, you just stay like this. Try to push your belly between your thighs. Okay, so hold it a little bit longer. With your legs outstretched or together, all good. Now from here, boat pose. If you need to, keep your knees bent or keep your legs straight, arms out, and breathe very fast. Bring your feet down, stand up. Your feet are about 3 inches from the mat, edges of the mat. Bring your arms behind your legs, your knees, take hold of your wrists, and push your seat all the way up. Preparation for stork pose. Now you can always stay here if you like. If you can, you move your arms down a little bit. Bend your knees, move your arms a little bit further down. Behind, underneath your knees. Tuck your chin in, see if you can cup your hands around your ears. Eventually you might go palm your hands your way back and interlace your fingers. Stork pose. If you want to go into this pose, go ahead. Push your elbows out to the side and forward. Try to get your seat all the way up and lift your heels. Break the pose. Come down into plank. Lower down onto your belly. Forehead in the hands. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now hands underneath your shoulders. Get ready for cobra. Roll the shoulders back. Lift up. Curve your back. Lift your chest. Take your head back. Don't lose your neck. Roll the shoulders down. Take your head back. Even more. If you're tired, or if you don't have a lot of back flexibility, you can stay with your forearms on the ground. Tug at the front edge of the mat. Try to push your chest forward away from your seat. Anchor down to the hips and the tops of the thighs and the tops of the feet. And you can see if you take your elbows up off the ground. Take your head back. More flexible, keep moving your hands towards your hips. Shift from one side to the other. Try to get your hands closer, closer. Come up higher and higher. Feet are together like the tail of a snake. Snake doesn't have feet. Single tail. Break the pose. Forehead on the ground. Breathe in. Breathe out all fatigue. Lift your feet up. Getting ready for boat pose. Bend the toes under on the right foot, the right arm across the front of the chest. Take your left foot up. Hold the foot tightly, push it away from you, and then bend it so you can take your other foot the same way. Pull on the feet. If you can't get your thighs on the ground, off the ground, just stay here. Push the feet away from your body, away from your head. If you can, however, pull on your legs. Try to get your feet up, your thighs up. Pushing the base of the toes. Stay in the pose for a bit to experience the pose, to allow the mind to go into quiet state. toes, pull your heels in towards the seat. Release, forehead and hands, breathe in. Breathe out. Relax everything. One more. If you like, you can repeat this one. You can repeat Cobra. If you're more flexible, you can go onto your back, Urdhva Dandasana. So make your way onto your back, your seat's close to your heels close to your seat, edges feet in line with your hips, fingers a little bit behind your head, facing away from under, equally spread. Push into your fingertips, lift your seat up. Slide your head back until you're on top of the head, your head's behind your hands now. Turn your hands around the other way, fingers now facing towards the heels. If you can, lift your head up off the ground. Urdhva Dandasana, again, you can do any other back bend of your choice. If this is too much, lift your chest, lift your heels if you like, rock back and forth, stretch the arms, stretch the legs. Amazing pose, this one. And then come back down, relax on your back, breathe in, breathe out all fatigue. Come to seat position, legs out in front, right foot to the other side of the left leg, outside the left leg, somewhere beyond the knee, beyond the toes close to the ankle. Right hand behind the back at the center of the back, left arm up, push your arm against the outside of the right leg. Push your lower back up and in, turn to the right. Try not to lean back. Your hand should be right against the seat. If you're leaning back, you're not getting a full extension of the back and it doesn't do much for you. Go to the other side now. Left hand, anchoring the back in place. Push the lower back up and in with the left arm. Remind yourself to keep propped up. Use the right arm to pull the left leg beyond the right edge of the body. Visualize the spinal column spiraling upwards. Break the pose. Lie down on your back for Shavasana for a few moments. Ease your way down. Feet falling away from one another, the arms beyond the edge of the mat, the palms facing up in a gesture of receiving. And that's exactly what we're doing now, receiving the fruits of the practice, which come even in greater full force as a result of offering up your efforts. That's the best arriving now. If you stay in that mindset or the intention of offering up everything, the good comes back to you. What brings contentment is the adherence to the ethical rules, which again cultivates enthusiasm, especially when you see the benefits of the practice, how it helps others, how it brings joy to others, and the understanding of the ethical rules. Everything is perfect and moving according to divine plan. All experiences help to give us some knowledge that helps us to break the patterns that cause pain and suffering. Everything is happening for a reason, to help us to evolve and grow, so be grateful for all the experiences, even the difficult and challenging ones. Everything is changing in the material world, nothing is permanent. So even these states of suffering are transient, they will pass.
striving to learn the lesson from each and every experience so you don't land yourself in the same place all the time, over again. Armed with that knowledge now, let's take that out into our day-to-day lives, in all of our interactions as well. The practice doesn't end after all when you leave the mat. It continues. Always. So now make your way back to seated position. Always in a way that's mindful, that's quiet, that's reverent. And we'll close with Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Instill the peace within, send out to all beings everywhere. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Be receptive to the grace of God. All is within. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining. If you need to do more Shavasana, I invite you to do that to allow the benefits to further integrate. I'm doing a Zoom class tomorrow on Christmas Day at 8 o'clock. If you'd like to join, you can always message me directly and I'll send you the link. Much love. If I don't see you, have a very Merry Christmas if you celebrate that, or whatever you celebrate. Happy holidays, and I hope to see you soon. Namaste.